Hey everybody, Reown the Rojko here with the next episode installment, or fuck, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. With more catch-up episodes here. So this is going to take us all the way up to where we left off at the Dragon's Gate. I'm actually, outside of losing Rebecca and Will, quite proud of what I've been able to accomplish in this particular playthrough. It's actually amazing what you can get away with when you have Marcus still alive. Oh, and you got some pretty good level ups there. Or that one, anyways. So there is going to be. I'll just bring this up because for whatever reason it's on my mind. There's going to be a really awkward cut as we get into chapter. What would it be? 19, the Dread Isle, because I initially was going to make this 2 episodes of catch up until I remembered that I we or I should say I, but we I didn't remember. I'm gonna start over. I had forgotten that we had not done the uh, side mission for the Dread Isle, chapter what would be 19X in this case. And after I triggered it, I was like halfway through that chapter, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's right, we hadn't played this one." So I had to restart the game, and I cut the episode, and as a result, I tacked on chapter 19 to the 2 chapters I ran here, which would be 18 or 17X and 18. And so yeah, like I said, there's kind of a weird jump, and for whatever reason, that's just on my mind. Like probably because I have some experience with video production and just knowing that there's that shitty ass jump cut, it just kind of irks me, and I'm gonna see it, I'm gonna know it, and now I'm warning all of you. Anyways, on to a little bit more of kind of what's going on. If you were, I know it's kind of hard to follow. I did slow it down since the last time we tried this. As you can see, I tried to sneak around and talk to Fargus there without sacrificing anybody and aggroing the super strong guys while Marcus just held the rear. So now we're going on to the pirate ship. I actually remembered to sell instead of use the secret book Canas has, so I got a little bit more money for the upcoming secret shop. And yeah, this was, I was debating whether or not I wanted to promote Lowen, or if I wanted to get Kent one more level and promote him. They're very similar, statistically speaking. I think Lowen's arguably just a little bit better. Kent, I think, has like 1 point of speed on him. And then Lowen does, I think they have the same strength, actually. But yeah, I think it was Kent had 1 more speed. Lowen had a bit more defense. And I think I opted, since this was an Iron Man, my conclusion was, since it's an Iron Man, it's better to promote the tank so that, Lowen's going to be more likely and more apt to survive in future chapters than Kent would be. And also, we're coming up on another Knight's Crest at chapter 20, the Dragon's Gate, so I can always promote Kent there. Unfortunately, Kent does not get to join us in this chapter, but he will in the next one, along with Sane, who I still am desperately trying to feed kills to, because I know Sane is pretty good. Not like the greatest, but he's pretty good, and I trust him to be pretty good, but he's not working very well. But I'm still trying, because at this point, why not? Oh, and we see the Elysian Whip there. So we're kind of ready to promote Florina. She's been doing fine. I wouldn't say great, not by any means, but she's doing fine. She's hitting her averages, more or less. So she can definitely hold her own. This was, this was me doing a lot, trying to figure out how I save Raven from this onslaught he's about to take on and cannot survive. In the end, I end up doing a little bit, I think, a clever play here. So I have Marcus come up there and just rescue and hold on to him, since Marcus is actually fast enough to not get doubled, even when holding people, which is really nice. He even doubles the Pegasus Knight still while holding Raven there. So that worked out. We get the promotion onto Lowen. We're going to heal him up. So he's ready to just tank that section there. And then now, I believe what we're trying to do, we're trying to get Raven out of the way. We want to get Florina out of the way, the potential archers. And then, we have a little Priscilla rescue to ensure that there's nothing hitting the back lines. Marcus gets really close to death here. I did not realize just how much damage he would be taking. I figured he'd be all right. But he will live. As you can see, he dodges that last archer shot, which I'm not sure if it could have killed him, but it probably could have. But we scrape by. Marcus is still alive, and that's what matters. Finally able to bring Hector to bear here and try and get some kills there. Even Florina's pitching in. Really trying to force my way forward. I want to steal that guiding ring this chapter, or this time. We didn't get it last time, but I am damn sure going to get it this time is my mentality right now. Especially since I got Marcus doing his thing. The Pegasus Knight's getting really annoying here. But thankfully Marcus has little to fear from them. We got Lowen. Again, I'm not the most impressed with Lowen. He's doing a decent job just holding the front lines. It's about the only thing he can really do, though. He's fast enough to double most things. Not everything, but most enemies he can double. He just doesn't hit very hard is the big problem, so he doesn't really kill anything, just like he was in the last time we were playing. So yeah, this is me trying to figure out how I can kill everything and just reduce the number of enemy attacks I have to take during enemy phase. In the end, as you can see, he went over and got a hit on Matthew, which is not the end of the world. Matthew's fine, more or less. Kanas could have taken the shot. As you can see, he did one shot what was left of that guy. The reason I didn't want to do it is because I was afraid he might miss, and if he missed, he was at the potential for dying. So here comes Marcus, just going to go clear out that other bow. We're going to slowly move Matthew around wherever I can find a safe spot for him to stand. We're gonna do it. Like I said, I've committed myself to making sure this happens. I actually get really close, I'll be honest, to sacrificing Marcus by accident. Yeah, there is the Pegasus Knights. A little bit of a threat to Matthew. He doesn't have to fear too much because he doubles them, thankfully. But they do have pretty good accuracy on him. Yeah, as you can see. And now Hector is just basically going to tank this bottom wave. Yeah, it's a bunch of sword users, so he's not really going to hit. I say that as he gets a hit, but yeah, Hector is basically going to hold the fort in the bottom while I get Marcus in here. See, this is what I should probably freeze frame that you guys can always pause, go back and pause if you need to, but basically Marcus has no problem killing the guy in 2 hits. The problem is the guy's got a little bit of a crit chance on Marcus. I think it was like 12, if I'm not mistaken, which little iffy. Not like, it's not like extremely like he's only 12%, but it would have killed Marcus. He couldn't survive a crit. So I think I saw it there again. Was it? Oh, I even turned animations on because I was like, because I thought I was kind of thinking I could commit to this 13 crit. There it is. But yeah, I was thinking I was probably just going to commit to it, and I was like, I got to turn animations on just in case Marcus dies. In the end, I end up not doing it. I just couldn't commit. I couldn't risk losing Marcus again, so we retreat safely. And nice level up on Marcus. More speed, always nice. And this is me trying to just get Kanas some XP, so we're just going to have him go and fight what's left of those guys. Raven going to hold off the Pegasus Knights with that Lance Reaver we got, so he's not really afraid of anything over here, except for maybe the Dark Mage, but... Yeah, and this was me trying to figure out what I wanted to do with Florina, but she was so vulnerable. Any combination of 2 of the Pegasus Knights would kill her. And even Priscilla was quite vulnerable to dying here, so trying to find a way to get Priscilla and Florina into position. In the end, I just opted to rescue her because Florina still has enough speed to not get doubled by the Pegasus Knights. So we opt for a really awkward and not the best play, but I wasn't really in a good position otherwise. They even go after Matthew, which was, I thought, kind of weird in that scenario, but what are you going to do? So we're going to wrap this up here. We're just going to throw some XP around. Raven's getting some really solid level ups. Getting a lot of strength, which is nice because I need people who are actually going to be able to hit. He's actually gotten a lot of defense, too. I believe he's gotten 2 to 3 points of defense by this point. Maybe it's in the later chapter he gets the 3rd point, but he's been getting a fair bit of defense, which is really nice because I believe he gets +2 on promotion. So he'll have 10 defense, I believe, is where he would be. I think he's at 8 right now. So 10 defense is pretty solid. I think that's where Marcus starts, is at 10. I think he's at 11 or 12 right now. I forget exactly. But I made a few misplays here. I should have moved Kent first and then Sane before I moved Matthew and lost vision. I was sitting here wandering around going like, where's all my torches? Didn't I have like 30 torches by this point in the last time I was playing? And then I remembered, oh, that's right, Dart comes with one after I moved Matthew. And then it's not that I had a whole bunch of torches at this point. It's that I got a whole bunch of torches on this level. As we will see, Lowen, I think, picks up like 3 of them by himself, let alone everyone else grabbing a few torches every now and then. There's Kanas, gets his level 10. Pretty decent level up, got some speed, more magic, always nice. So yeah, here we finally get Matthew the torch we've been looking for. I don't think I risk that much, actually. I try and risk a little bit to go after the thief there. I really would like to get that torch staff. In the end, spoiler alert, I'm not able to catch the thief, at least not without, sacrificing anyone, so I just give up on it. Even try and decide whether I want to put someone to sleep with Priscilla there, but I just didn't like the odds. It was like 48, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can probably go back and check if you can pause it at the right moment. But I think it was like 48 accuracy, and I just did not feel the most confident in the ability to hit. And it might have left Priscilla exposed if she missed. So I was like, I just can't commit to it. Yeah. Other than that, we're trying to run through here. Yeah, Fiora, like usual, runs off and fights a Nomad because I'm pretty sure at this point that that's just what the developers programmed into her is fight the nearest Nomad. I'm convinced at this point. And of course, as a result, she flies off in the opposite direction. I've got Florina waiting to talk to her, so it's a pain in the ass to get her to join me again. I don't think it's ever not been for anyone, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe someone found a way, was able to properly kill off the Nomads or something, and she didn't fly away. Although she'd probably fly towards those pirates in the north. So I don't think you can ever really recruit Fiora with little hassle. I think there's always going to be a hassle involved in getting her, which is part of her coming in as a ambush spawn unit, or green unit. But in the end, we get Fiora, and she is... I don't think I even compare her in this one. I think she's a lot closer statistically than to Florina than the last game. The last game, Fiora was just definitively better than Florina. This time, Florina did a little bit better, and she's much more comparable. I still think Fiora is probably just a little bit better, again, statistically speaking, not necessarily overall. But I would like to use both of them, but I think I'm going to be showing favoritism to Fiora just because I think, again, statistically speaking, she's just going to perform better. At least she is right now. We'll see as the two of them level up more and what stats they proc, but... So yeah, I'm actually surprised I get the bonus chapter, I'll be honest with you, because as you can see, I kind of slow down right about here because it starts to get harder to move through the fog. Matthew's having a tough time moving up without getting into range. I even have to spam torches on a few other people just to get some vision. Kent actually gets beaten to shit here. I'm surprised he's still alive. It's probably a lucky dodge or two, but he probably shouldn't be alive, in all honesty, with what I've done to him. So we kind of clear up the enemies here. I would like to get rid of the Nomad. As you can see, it doesn't really work out, so I take what I can get and just kill the Light Mage. Kent is insanely weak, and I can't risk fighting the Nomads because he'd probably die in the enemy phase. So we pull him back. We switch up Sane. Doesn't take that much damage, as you can see from the Myrmidon, but then, of course, we have to worry about all the Nomads that are going to be firing at him, and I had got a Javelin equipped, and surprisingly, I don't think they fight too much of... they go after Lowen, not after Sane, which is kind of strange. And this is where things get really dangerous, is I had Marcus go, and I was going to have him go fight Uai, but... Uhai? I don't remember how you pronounce his name. And then I found out that he actually dies to a crit. So I opt for this weird little strategy here where I try and get Lowen in position, because Lowen will not die to the crit, while at the same time forcing Uai into his longbow so that I can double with Lowen at least once. And then, we just got Fiora defending Merlinus there. Oh, Lowen doesn't double. Oh, that's right, because I end up... I thought he could double, but then I was doing the math wrong, it turns out. So I end up giving him the Horse Slayer. And I get really lucky here, actually. Lowen has pretty shit accuracy with the Horse Slayer, as we'll see. And he gets 3 hits in a row, which I think is, because of those 3 hits in a row, is the only reason I actually unlocked the bonus mission, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, Merlin ultimately goes down. A little unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Yeah, I didn't even commit to the Fiora because I didn't know if Lone would hit. So, anyways, that's kind of where we are. As you can see, a little bit more deathless this time around. And yeah, next time we'll pick up at the bonus mission for chapter 19X, and we'll move on then back to where we left off on chapter 20 after that. We will not be getting chapter 19XX because I did not copy paste the Lin file, so I could not reuse that, and as a result, we lost the level 7 nils, and without a level 7 nils, you can't get chapter 19XX. So, unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Anyways, that should take care of this particular catch-up, and now, from now on, we'll be, well, for the next episode at least, hopefully for a few episodes after that, we'll be back to the normal run, normal playthrough, back to the regularly scheduled event programming.